Well, hello, hello, hello. We are back. I hope you guys are excited. We got another real estate investing talk show today. Welcome to the studio. Welcome to your real estate investing talk show. We are covering our 24-week challenge. So I really want to see that you're with me today and that you are on the show. You're on the show. So come on with me. Tell me where you're from. Do all that good stuff. I like to hear from you guys. Let me see if I can pull up some of the questions that are going to come through. So let's see what we got here. Let's see. Watch some chords. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here. Howdy, Thomas. Good to have you on here, Thomas. Who else we got with us today? Who is with us today? Come on board. Say hi to me. Tell me where you're from. This is your real estate investing talk show. I'm excited to have you guys on here. I think that you guys are in for a treat today. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're in for a treat. Oh, there we go. So you're in for a treat today. We got all kinds of good stuff coming at you. Today's show is something that you're all interested in. It's something that you all have curiosity about. Oh, Kenneth. Hey, Kenneth. Welcome to the show, Kenneth. So there again, if you're coming on board, my name is Zach Childress. I am your real estate coach. Because why? I'm a real estate investor. That's why I'm a real estate coach. We do this show every Tuesday at 1:30 Eastern Time Zone. Why? Because I want to bring you guys value. I want to help you grow your business. This is a place that you can come every Tuesday, talk about your real estate business, talk about the growth, talk about where you want to go, talk about what you're having problems with, and let's work through it. What we're also doing is we're covering a 24-week challenge. Yes, for the 24 weeks, we're covering how to get your business off the ground and running. We're on week 8 today, which is all about marketing for sellers. If you were with me last week, we talked about finding the right investments through free lead sources. This week is all about paid lead sources. This is really when you start to think about how you scale the business. How do you grow it? How do you make it bigger than it should be? So I encourage you to participate in that. Be part of the journey. That's what I always say. Let's see here. Rudy's on here. Hey, Zach and Jill. Jill's not with us today. Everybody give Jill some love. She had to go under surgery, and we miss her. We hope she's recovering well, and we look forward to having her back in the office. So Carly says, I'm from your office. James says, hey, Zach and Jill. Edward says, hey, Zach and the beautiful Jill. Oh, aren't you sweet? That's so sweet. Thomas says, I need a 5R wristband. Oh, you need a 5F wristband, he says. You tossed them in LA and I missed it. Thank you. Thomas, we got to get you one of those. Don Fowler says, hey, Zach, happy Tuesday. Rudy says, oh, no, hope she feels better. Yes, we all hope she feels better. That's the big thing, is getting her to feel better and back into the norm of life. She had some personal things she had to go under the knife with. And so we love Jill around here. She's part of the family. And she does a tremendous amount for not just me and the company, but for you guys as students. She does a lot for you guys in this office. So we wish her a speedy recovery. So AC is in the house. He says, sup. Sup, AC. See, I would confuse sup with supper time, right? Like, that's short on my world for supper time. Sup. So, anyways, come on board. Tell me where you're from, especially if you're brand new. Listen, we do this show. This is our real estate investing talk show. We do it every single Tuesday at 1:30 Eastern Time Zone for your viewing pleasure. Why? So that you can come learn real estate. So you can learn. People always say, well, Zach, you got these courses and, and you sell these courses and you sell coaching and mentoring. Yes, but I also give you love every week, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I bring you value for free. I just ask that you show up and participate. Ask questions. Tell me what your biggest concerns are. Tell me what's holding you back. Tell me what it is that you need to know so that I can help you build your business in the right directions. That's why we do the 24-week challenge, is to help you get to the next level. If you participate, right? Like, I can't help you if you don't participate. So, Christine says, hello. Angela says, hey, AC and Rudy and Zach. Carly says, laugh out loud, AC. Good afternoon, Scott. Welcome to the show. Well, look, you guys are lively already today. I enjoy that. For those of you that are brand new, just tell me you're new. I'd like to meet you. Just type it in, like if it's the first time you've ever been on this show, and if you're curious what we do or how we do it or who we help, I'd love to hear from you. So Ariana says, hello, everyone. Oh, Ariana is back with us today. We have so many people that keep coming back, learning and growing with us, and I think it's tremendous in many ways. One, it's tremendous for me to see that you guys receive so much value from the show and you keep coming back. Two, it's tremendous for the people that are coming saying, well, why should I keep watching these shows? Well, when we have so many people that keep coming back, that speaks for itself, right? That's huge to be able to be part of that. So Mona says, hello, Zach. Love the book. Sweet. You're not the only one. I was in the department on the other side of that wall right there where we keep our books, and I looked up on the shelves and they're almost gone. I say it all the time. We can't keep these books on the shelf. What is she talking about? She's talking about My First Deal Playbook. She's talking about our newest release book that is literally going gangbusters. You can get it on Amazon. Go to Amazon.com, type in the search box, My First Deal Playbook. I think you're going to pay like $6 or something like that for it, but the value inside that book is tremendous. It doesn't just say, hey, here's what wholesaling is, or hey, here's what fix and flips. And it really takes it a step further to help you identify and understand what should you even be doing first? What is the first steps that you need to be thinking about? Your personal situation has a direct correlation to how you should start in real estate. And we talk about that in the book, and then lead you through some success stories and some journeys of my own. I mean, it is a great, great book for anybody getting started, restarting, or if you're already starting and you're just not growing at the level that you want to grow, you should actually get that book. So I encourage you. We got some hey Zachs. We got a hey everyone. You guys are lively today. Great. Hey, we got more and more people coming on. I love this. So many people are piling on right now. If you are new to our real estate investing talk show, this is the first time you've ever been on here or seen me, just let me know. Just let me know that you're new. I'd love to say hi to you, let you know we are live, right? It's not recorded, and get you going. So Tony says hello, 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 hello. Hello, Tony. John just joined us. My good buddy, John. Love it, love it, love it. Big day today, right? What is today? Today's Tuesday. Treat it like a Monday. Why? Because every day's a Monday for a hustler, right? We're all out there making it happen. We're hustling. We're trying to grow our business. We're trying to understand the business. We're trying to put 2 cents together to make $1, right? That's what we're trying to do. And sometimes that takes a little bit of stepping back and reevaluating the situation. That's what it takes. Reevaluating this situation. Art says it's his first time. Awesome, Art. Well, listen, welcome to the show, my friend. We do it every Tuesday at 1:30 Eastern Time Zone. Love that you're here. Love that you're learning. We're in a 24-week challenge right now, talking about every week a different aspect of the business. So stay with us. Everybody give a hello to Art. Michelle Smith, first time on Facebook. Live, but I've been following you for a while. Well, then welcome to our Facebook Live show, right? We do it all the time. Try not do. Oh, try not do, Edward says. You're right, Edward. Just do. Jane says, hi, I'm new to this and looking forward to learning and growing with you. Love it, Jane. I'm looking forward to having you on our shows every Tuesday. And Wednesday, by the way. Don't forget our Wednesdays. We do a show every Wednesday, too. It's called our Dig Deeper series. Even though Tuesdays are our real estate investing talk, Wednesdays are our Dig Deeper series. And so lots and lots of stuff to do. So today, everybody's curious, right? What is today's class about? Well, it's week 8. It's week 8. What does that mean? That means we're a third of the way through. Well, yeah, week 8, 6. Yeah, we're a third of the way through our 24-week challenge. And 1/3 of the way through, we should be starting our marketing. And that's what today's all about. Last week was about you going after free leads. Where are all the free leads? How do you get to them? What should you be doing? This week is now let's scale it up a little bit. Let's take our business to another level. Let's start paying for leads. And if you're in any type of business and you're not moving your business into a paid lead source, you're just getting left behind. It's just the honest truth. So you got to really look at that. You got to look at how can you move your lead sources. So let's see here. Amy says, hey, Zach, first timer, but need leads. We all need leads, Amy. So I think that's great. Thomas says, hey, Art. AC says, I see you, Tony. James says, question. I just found my first deal. Woohoo! Everybody give James a round of applause. He just found his first deal. He said, trying to get it under contract. The owners are just don't not want to. I'm trying to figure this out. Oh, where'd you go? Where did you go, man? To get it under contract, the owners are just don't not want to pull the trigger. Should I move on or question mark? Here's the thing. That's part of the lead intake system. You guys have heard me talk about the lead intake system. You've heard me teach it. The last part of the 6-part lead intake, right, is convert. And sometimes you can get all the way through the negotiation phase, right? Because remember, lead intake goes market segmentation, marketing, communication, research and analyze, negotiate, convert. That's the 6 parts of it, right? When you get done with negotiations, James, they might be like, yeah, this sounds good, but you still got to understand how to convert. And convert is getting them to sign the paperwork. Or if they're not willing to sign the paperwork, putting them in a follow-up sequence that follows up with them to get them to convert later. And so that's what you have to understand. Just because they said yes during the verbal, well, when paper hits the table, a lot of people get nervous, and so sometimes when you're negotiating them and you're getting them to say yes, it makes a lot of sense to go ahead and move right into talking about the paperwork and going over the language that they might have questions about, getting them to feel comfortable. Because here's why, James, a confused mind says no every single time. So if you're at the converting stage and they're not signing the paperwork, it's not a dead deal. You just got to follow up on it. You got to maybe give them some space and just, send them an email once a week. Hey, just checking back in with you. Maybe I would even drop a postcard every couple of weeks to them just to say, hey, it's Zach, just checking back in. I left you a message, just seeing if you're still interested in selling. You got to keep touching them, okay? Let's see here. Art says, hi. AC says, Tamla. Michelle says, hello, Zach, Jill. Are you warm enough? This weather's kind of perfect for me right now. So Toby says, okay, that's great information. That's right, Toby. That's what we do here. We lay down the information. We put it into place, right? So listen, I love you guys for being so active today. This is great. Usually I wish some of our live shows were as active, especially our Wednesday shows. I wish more of you would show up on our Wednesday show. It's the same channel. It's the same Facebook page, the same time, just on Wednesdays. There's a lot of value on those Dig Deeper shows. So when we get done with our series, in Wednesdays, we're talking about our 7 habits of highly effective people. We're literally on habit 5 now, so we're almost through with that. But after that, we're going to be moving into digging deeper on how to get your credit score in the 700s. Ooh, you don't want to miss that one. So we're going to be digging deeper with an expert. I'm probably going to do a couple of different shows with her. just really digging a little bit deeper on like what are some of the things that you guys could be doing to get your credit where it needs to be. What are some of the resources that you need to be using to get your credit moving forward? That's our Wednesday shows. That's our dig deeper type series. So make sure you join those as well. Let's see here. AC says Jill is out this week. Oh, personal time off. Be back next week. No, she's got some things she's working out. James says thanks. You're welcome, James. Glad I could help. Darius says, in your opinion, is wholesaling a lease option better than traditional wholesaling? You can't really compare them. That's like taking an apple and an orange, right? Because traditional wholesaling, you're looking for a completely different buyer than you are wholesaling the option. Traditional wholesaling, you need a property at a different discounted rate than you do with a lease option that you're wholesaling. So it's really two different comparing two different things, Darius. I say do both because you're going to run into a lot of types of deals that don't have the equity in it that say wholesaling traditionally you would do versus wholesaling an option. You don't need a whole lot of equity in it. So Jill says I love Dig Deeper. Jill's on here with you guys. She's just not in the office. She says y'all should really be on both and not miss out on our time with Zach. Shrew says, hey, Zach, nice to see you again. You too, Shrew-Wayne. I always say that real fast. Shrew-Wayne, good to have you back on the show again. Okay, so listen up, guys. You guys are lively today. I love it, man. I feel like I'm answering questions. I'm knocking. And I didn't have coffee today. Oh, that's not true. I did. So listen, we also do our podcast show today. We also do our Blog Talk Radio show today. We also do our YouTube show today. We also do all that other stuff that all the ninja marketers in here get done for us to reach out to everyone and get the message out there. So we are going to be doing that. On today's show, one thing I'm going to do different is I'm actually going to run straight through on the radio show, the Blog Talk. We're not going to cut for commercial breaks and all that. So I'm just going to run straight through it. They're going to just get the live feed that I'm having with you guys on Facebook. But I'm just saying we're going to be recording all that today. So let's look into this a little bit. Lee says, hey, Zach. Hey, Lee. Let's look into this. So marketing for sellers. Let's talk about this real quick. And listen, by the way, if you got questions, type them in, okay? I'm all for you. But when we talk about marketing for sellers, really what we're talking about is how do we start paying to acquire leads to benefit our business, right? And, you got to unfold a few things. Number one is if I'm going to pay for a lead, where am I going to send that lead to? So let me get real clear on that. I might even need my board today. Let me see if I can pull my board over. Oh, is the board? Oh, yeah, there's the board. Oh, it's on my right side. I got it right-left-handed. I don't know if I will be able to do that. Let me turn it. I don't know if that's going to work out too well for you guys, but I'm going to help you with this, okay? So let's start off with if I'm going to market for leads, the first thing I got to understand is when I'm marketing for leads, where am I going to send those leads, right? Because if you're going to pay for marketing, the first thing you need to understand is you need to have a very clear understanding of what your skill sets are on that phone. You should not be practicing your skill sets on a paid lead. That's why last week I showed you all the free lead ways to get out there and start working on your communication skills. But when a lead, let's just say these are leads. Those are my leads, right? And I know I'll turn it so you guys can see it before everybody starts saying it's in an angle and I can't see it. I know how you guys are. Then when we have leads, we have to take leads into two directions, right? Ultimately, they all come back to the same place. So if I'm marketing, I can send leads to a call center, all right? Or I can send leads to a website or a call center. Both of those are filtering systems. So either I have a call center in place or I have a web system in place, right? A web system we also refer to it as a funnel, right? It's really to help us ask questions, gather information, and filter them down. Ultimately, they both come to the same place, which is a form. A seller form, right? So whether the lead calls your call center, the call center fills out the form, issues the form, sends that form to you, right? So now you're a happy face. Let me see if I can turn this so you can see it now. Okay? So Well, my computer's in the way. You can't see my happy face, can you? Oh, well. I drew you a happy face on there, guys. So the leads, we market for leads, whether it's running an ad for a lead, it's paying for a lead service, whether it's sending direct mail, you name it, you pay for a lead. Because remember, leads cost what? Money when we're paying for them. Otherwise, they're free if we're outbound dialing. That lead is either going to call a number that you give it for a call center, or it's going to go to a website that you give it to fill out a web form. Either one of these they all come right here. They all come to a web form. That web form is then sent to you. So this is, I mean, it's obviously it's much more robust than this, but this is just keeping it simple, right? Keep it simple with Zach, right? It's keeping it simple for you. So that all those leads flow through a management type flow system. And then they come out to a form so that when you get emailed this form, you're able to keep up with your lead flow. You're able to determine whether that lead's ready to communicate. Does it need research? Is it highly motivated? You know, by the questions that are asked in this form. That is what you need to be thinking about when you start paying for leads, because some of you have full-time jobs, some of you don't. Either way, you got to have a system that leads are going to flow through. You can't just say, I'm going to go send out a bunch of direct mail and have them call my cell phone. Guys, that don't work. I'm going to tell you right now, because if you're busy, what happens when you can't answer all the phone calls, right? What happens? You lose leads. You lose. And so having a system in place allows you to manage that lead flow, okay? And that's the crucial part. It's called lead management. It's a highly important process. I'll give you an example. Every time you pay for a lead, it costs you money. When it's not called or a form's not filled out, guess what? You lose that money. Look, I get it. I'm on this all the time in my office, all the time. As we get leads in, I expect those leads to be called and communicated with. And if they're not being called, they're going to somebody else to be called. That is cut dry, because why? There has been money spent for that lead. So if you're going to go out and do this business and you're going to create a lead system, if you don't have a call center or a web platform to take that lead's information, then you're out. That's money you've lost. So let's move forward with this. You start your business, you start hiring people to start calling for you. Do you think that you're going to make sure that they're on your leads and that they're dealing with? Absolutely you are, right? Because you're paying for it. So yeah, it's the next level, but you need to understand that leads have to be communicated with. If it's a seller lead, if it's a buyer lead, if it's a foreclosure lead, some leads have to be called before other leads. For instance, if a foreclosure lead comes in, I can't sit around and wait 2 weeks to call that lead. I got to get on that lead right now. I got to make that lead high priority, and I got to make sure it's communicated to, or what? I lost money. I lost money. And here's the thing. You will never understand that until you become a business owner. You won't. It's just the nature of the beast. And so as you start to grow your business and to develop your business and build your business out, you'll start to understand, okay, look, I know what it's like calling all day. Now I'm going to hire someone to call for me. So you're going to monitor their approach and you're going to monitor their aspects of how quickly do they get to the leads that you're giving them. Now that's big scale thinking, but that's where all of you should be thinking. Stop thinking about tomorrow. Start thinking about 5 years from now. Where are you going to go? How do you take your business from a $10 million a year business to a $50 million a year business? And then how do you take it from 50 million to 100 million? That's the steps you need to be thinking about. That's the approach you got to start thinking. How do I grow? Think big, right? Like think big, like, if you're not thinking big, no one's going to think big for you. I'll tell you that right now. Because here's why. Why would they think big for you when you're not even thinking big? So they must think that you don't know how to think big. So, all right, let me get back on this train wagon here. Hey, Zach, Angel, I'm here. Awesome. Corey, hey, Zach, AC, and team. Get well soon, Jill. Gotta love your book. Glad I got your book, Lee says. Awesome, Lee. I'm glad you got it too. That book is a winner chicken dinner. Edward says, I'm missing you, Jill. Take care. Yourself back soon. Hugs. Manny Perez is on here. He said, hey, Zach, your body your buddy from Florida Keys. Your buddy from Florida Keys. Are you still thinking of going to do the Thursday show in the in your mobile? Ja. We need you 8 days a week. Fire than. Oh, jeez. You're so funny, Manny. Yes, we actually are going to be doing a Thursday show. This is what he's talking about. We're going to be doing a Thursday show where I'm actually going out into the field. I'm going to take you guys in the field with me. We're going to go look at deals together. We're going to go look at apartment complexes, fix and flips. I'm just going to take you out with me, right? I mean, look, being in the office is great. I love it, but I'm not an office guy. I'm out in the field guy. Like, I like to be out. I like to be free like an eagle, right? So, let's see here. Phyllis says, do you have a form that can be filled out to know if they are motivated? Yeah, Phyllis, if you got our products, it's in the 30-day fast track, it's in the automated deal maker, it's in all that stuff. There's motivation sheets. We give it out at our live events. So, hey, talking about live events, I know so many of you are asking, when's the next one? You missed LA. You missed LA. We literally changed some lives in LA. I can't tell you how great that was. So let's do this. I'm going to show you a clip from LA real quick, and and then we're going to jump into, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of different ways to go out and get paid leads to get your marketing game tight, right? But we've got another event coming up in June. Yes, in June. I know it's so far away, but it's going to sell out. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to sell out. I've told you that for the last 2 years that our events sell out. They sell out every single time, okay? So we're coming to Tampa. So those of you that are in Florida on the East Coast that didn't want to go to the West Coast, I'm coming to you. I got a little clip for you. So we're going to roll this clip for you real quick. If it's queued up, that is. I might be ahead of myself. I might be asking something that can't be done. But my team's pretty good at getting things done when I need it done. So the clip is it's on its way. It's a pretty cool clip. It's about what you missed out in LA. So here it comes.
I've been to another couple of workshops myself. I have to admit, Zach brings a lot more knowledge, information, and the experience that he brings into this workshop is phenomenal. It's life-changing.
This is actually my first training of anything in real estate, and I already feel like I have a step ahead of someone that would be starting new at another workshop. Just so informative. Any questions that anyone has, Zach is there to answer them. So, I've learned a ton, much more than I thought I would.
My favorite thing is probably the family atmosphere that they have here. Zach is very much a family guy. He talks about his family a lot and is very known among his coaches as well, just how inclusive he is of everybody.
It's been very exciting to meet a lot of people and also to see how powerful Zach's programs are. So if you're thinking about coming, this is a great place to get some of the bottom line best advice.
Not as much of a leap of faith when you see Zach and you see all the other people that have been through the same workshop and their success. It's a little more comforting seeing that, and it makes it a lot easier to make that leap.
It's been an eye-opening experience. I'm a skeptic. I walked in here a skeptic because I've been through these events before. To listen to them, and it's a different vibe here. You feel that Zach is the real deal. He has the background where most of these so-called gurus are here to just throw product at you. His system's more hand-on. Thank you for the excitement. Thank you for revitalizing that in me.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you for caring.
Thanks, Zach. You're the man.
Great going, Zach. You're truly changing lives more than you actually know you are.
Boom, there it is, guys. I'm telling you, they're changing lives, these events, and we don't do a whole bunch of them. So you need to get if you're ready in June, you need to go ahead now. You need to literally get your tickets reserved for Tampa. We will sell out. I'm telling you right now, we will sell out. We don't do 400, 500 people events. We just don't do them. Not to say we won't do them in the future, but right now we don't do them. So you need to get on board. You need to call the office too. If you're excited and you want to be in Tampa, call the office, 707-247 4248. 707-247-4248. Talk to one of my student advisors. They'll help you out, guys. Without a shadow of a doubt, they'll help you out. So anyways, that's the Tampa event. That's what some people were talking about. You need to get on it. Now here, get a clean sheet of paper. Here's some things I want to talk to you about. Resources to find leads on the web, right? When we're getting out there and we're going to start buying data, we need to be able to understand how do we get that data to be able to control the data that's coming to us. Because what we're talking about is this, right? The lead flow. Number one, I'm just going to give some real quick. I'm a fan of RealQuest. I'm a fan of RealtyTrack. RealQuest and RealtyTrack I'm a fan of. I think those are some good sites you could get to. I'm also a fan of foreclosures. But here's something that you want to think about. I want to get leads coming to me as fast as possible. So how do I start paying for leads? Well, one of the ways you can pay for a lead is getting bandit signs out there. Be strategic about your bandit signs. Buy your bandit signs, get those things out there, hire someone to put them out for you in the markets that you've segmented. That's important too for you to understand. Another great resource that I use is ZBuyer. ZBuyer is a lead service that basically find your leads online for you. You pay them a service, they give you a territory, and they basically do the SEO and the advertisement through Google for you to get your leads coming in. That's a good resource for you. You can also move into where you're going to really start honing in. You want to be using services like direct mail services like ListSource, Probate List, Inherited List. These are all lists that you can buy. And ListSource will give you the ability to buy multiple lists, right? So we're going to get into direct mail. Some people say, I don't want to do direct mail. Well, I'm sorry, but that's what you got to do. If you want to find motivation, you got to start looking at it from a list point of view. I could do a whole class on direct mail and lists and how to get those lists and use those lists in your business. But you need to be marketing to the foreclosure list. You need to be marketing to out-of-state owners. You need to be marketing to equity-rich properties. You need to be marketing to burned-out landlords. You need to be marketing to inherited and probates. And you need to be doing marketing campaigns to generate this. You need to be paying for bandit signs to go out. You need to be running ads in the newspaper. You need to be paying for this stuff. You might even want to look at hiring, somebody to run Google ad campaigns for you. And the reason that is because that's a targeted marketing approach that you can go after to get leads. But the best part about it is it's a lead flow that you can turn up or you can turn down. So when I'm paying for a lead service, direct mail or like a ZBuyer or something of that nature, the beauty of that is if it's working, I can turn it up to get more leads coming in. If it's not working, then I can slow it down. I can even move that in from a camp like bandit signs. I can take bandit signs, and if I'm hitting a certain area and my bandit signs are good, I'm going to use that as an indicator that I need to go rent a billboard sign in that area. Because why? They can't take it down. I get more exposure. I get more credibility from doing it that way. So for those of you that are in our coaching program, you need to be using the UIS, the Ultimate Investor Software Platform, which it gives you the equity-rich properties, the free and clear properties, the out-of-state owners. It gives you all of that inside the coaching software, and you should be using it. Another one that you need to look at is a service called the Red X. The Red X. What's important about the Red X? That's where you can get your expired listings from, expired listings. If you want tax sales and bankruptcies, you need to go to InfoUSA. InfoUSA is where you need to go. So if you're to go back and kind of look at this from an approached angle, what I want you to think about is number one, what is your marketing budget? And if you're saying to me, well, Zach, I'm just getting started, I don't have a whole lot of money, I can't really invest a lot into this right now, then that's great. You need to stay on last week's call. Last week's call was all about free leads. It was all about you picking up that daggum phone and dialing that phone. Listen, I could sit here until I'm blue in the face and tell you that the grass is greener on this side of the fence and real estate will make you successful and you're going to fall in love with your life when you start creating financial freedom. It will do you no good if you don't take action. And if you don't stop with all the excuses and the multiple strategies and I'm going to do this, this, and this, the reality is you're going to go nowhere. You're absolutely going to go nowhere. You've got to hone in. Justin, some of you guys know who Justin. He's our content producer and our all-around ninja warrior over here. He put one of my quotes out the other day, and it said, plan A is your only plan because plan B gives you a reason to quit plan A. And that is so much truth in that. Like you can't have, plan B, plan C, plan E, F, G, Y, X, W, M, O, P, whatever it is, right? You got to have plan A and you got to stick to it until it makes money. Because I'm here to tell you, if your plan A is to wholesale, you absolutely can make money wholesaling if you stick to it. Learn the model, come to our 3-day event, learn how to get it done, learn how to break down your market segmentation so that you're doing it right the first time and you're making money from it. That is what I can tell you you can do. But if you go into wholesaling and you're just trying to do it a little bit and it don't give you any money over the next couple of 3 months and you quit, then that's on you. And then you're going to jump into tax sales and then you're going to jump into commercial and you're going to realize none of it works because you don't work it correctly. And so when we move from free leads to paid leads, there's a transition there that you have to be aware of, which is the conception that you know what you're doing, right? That you know what you're doing. And a lot of you don't know what you're doing. So you need to stay with free leads until you know what you're doing, or you need to hire a consultant or a coach or a mentor, someone like myself or someone in my company that can help you take that transition from free to paid so that we can start to help you scale that business and grow that business into the angle that it needs to go. Because the only thing that's stopping you from growing from free lead control to paid lead is the capital needed to do the paid leads. Not just the capital, but the knowledge to know what to do with it and how to set up the right systems. That requires knowledge. Knowledge to know what to do. Knowledge to know when to do it. The knowledge to know that you need help to do it. That's what it requires, right? And so I encourage you to think about this. Last week, free lead dialing. This week, paid leads, direct mail, online lead services, list. How do you get your mail out? Well, you could use a service like Click to Mail. They're owned by the U.S. Postal Service. Those are some resources that you need to start thinking about. And are you ready for that? Because here again, let me say it. It will do you a disservice and you will be frustrated at the end if you go out and spend money on leads and you still don't even know how to talk to them yet, much less how to convert them from the web form into a deal. You're going to lose. And where you're going to lose even more is if you don't have this set up and you're just paying for leads that are coming in, you can't keep up with them. I deal with that on an ongoing basis. I get frustrated, right? I get frustrated. I got thousands of leads coming through this office, and we can't keep up with them, right? We don't have enough manpower to keep up with the amount of people that come to this office looking to sell us deals, help, support, you name it. And I want to help everybody. I want to help everybody, right? And so you got to think about that. Like, where are you going to be in your mindset when it comes to your business? Because this is your business. Whether you want to look at it that way or not, it is a business, and you have to grow that business. Your responsibility to yourself is to freaking succeed at all cost. That's your responsibility, nobody else's. You've got to own that on a daily basis. How do you succeed in your life? How do you succeed in your personal growth? How do you succeed at the job you're working at? Here's the reality. Some of you are so far from actually becoming an entrepreneur because you still are in your work environment. But here, Carly says it best all the time in my office. How you do anything is how you do everything, right? So if you're going to work somewhere before you go into entrepreneurship, you need to work there like it is your company. You need to work there like you're the shining star every day and you produce more than anybody and you show up every day ready to win the game of your position, that exceeds you to the next level naturally. When you come in complaining, whining, groping, moaning, complaining, whining, groping, moaning, looking for every angle that you can get to slack off and not work, then you're a loser. You're a loser. You're a loser at work. You're a loser in life. You're a loser because you can't even commit to yourself enough to be responsible to hold yourself at a higher level than the people around you. How are you ever going to become an entrepreneur and hold yourself at a level that entrepreneurship requires you to be at? You can't. So you need to get that loser mentality out. Stop complaining. Stop whining. Stop, sitting around thinking like, well, what time is it? What time is it? Do I have a break coming? Do I have a break coming? Do I have a break coming? Because that's a manipulation of yourself telling you to be lazy. That's what it is, guys. That's what it is. So if you want to succeed in life, succeed where you are right now first. Be the shining star. Outwork everybody. Then when it comes to you building your own business, you're going to outwork everybody there too. Look, people always say to me all the time, they'll say things to me like, Zach, how'd you get to where you are? I just outworked everybody silently. That's what I did. I grind in the background constantly. When people aren't around me, I'm grinding. I'm at home, I'm grinding. Yeah, I've got a blessed life, but I grind. I grind every day to make sure I'm growing and building and succeeding in life. I don't take breaks. What's a weekend? What's a weekend? It's another day. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. You got to think differently, guys. You got to put yourself in a position to say, what am I willing to do today that others aren't so that I can move through my life? Because I'm here and I will promise you this. If you're trying to start your own business and you can't even give 110% to where you are right now in the position that you are in work, life, or whatever, then how are you ever going to succeed in business? How are you? You're not. You might make a paycheck, but you're not going to grow it. How do you say, well, look, I'm going to go out here and start this company? That's great. You started a company. It's making you a paycheck. You're paying your bills. But if you never had the mindset of growth and what do I got to do every day to grind to grow? Then the problem is when you go out on your own and you start your own business in real estate and you do that first deal, you get happy, but you're not thinking scale. You're not thinking market share. You're not thinking, how do I hire other people to do what I'm doing? And how do I go into another market? How do I go from Huntsville to Atlanta to Dallas? How do I expand? How do I think big, right? How do I think big? And it starts where you are right now. That's what you got to think about. Now, that was a slap of truth right in your face right there, wasn't it? Yeah, some of you might have took offense to that, but I just called a bunch of people losers, didn't I? Not if it's not you, I didn't call it to you, right? But if you're the type of person that's always looking for an excuse, a reason why it won't work, that, oh, people are being mean to me, oh, you can't do that, blah, 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 whatever it is, then you're in that category. Yeah, you are. You absolutely are. 100% you're in that category. And if you're the type that's always looking for the next time, oh, nobody's looking, let me do something else besides my work, then the problem is you're in that category. You're in that category. So you need to think about that. Where are you now? Where do you want to go? And if you want to grow your business, you have to pay for leads. You have to. You have to. There's no other way to do it. You can dial free leads. Listen, we've proven it over and over that you can dial free leads and you can make deals happen. We've proven it. Our 2-day immersion that we rolled out this year, absolutely. Well, we rolled it out at the end of last year, didn't we? We proved that. But you have to spend dollars for leads to grow. You follow me? So you need to figure out what you need to do right now to create that capital, whether it's wholesale, sandwich lease options, whatever you need to do, to then use that capital to go into your lead source. But you need to be ready for that. So you need to be ready for that. What do we got here? Carly says, we love Justin. Yes, we do. Thank you for the honesty. You're very welcome. He says, right on my face. Thanks. Sorry, AC. Verta says, wow. Wow, Verta. Manny says, tell him like it is, Zach. Great mindset. Cha, 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 cha. Ariana says, great info. Very motivational. Thanks, Zach. Thomas says, never say never. That's so true. Like never burn a bridge, right? I can't tell you how many people in my life have burned bridges with me. It's sad at the end of the day. but that's what they do. So I think it's important, right? Never burn bridges, never say never. That's so true, right? So true. You guys have been great today. Love the honesty. Thanks, Brenda. It's all I can be. Right? It's all I can be. So listen, your show today, yes, I turned it more into smacking you a couple of times, but I think sometimes we got to get a little wake-up call, right? But ultimately, you need to understand paid leads versus free leads. We talked about free leads last week. Go back, watch that video. It's on the Facebook page. Go over to the right-hand side, click videos, and you'll find it there. You need to start with free leads, and you need to build up your stamina. You need to build up your understanding. Look, some of these sellers aren't going to be very nice to you. Okay. That's just life. Look, if you feel like every time someone's mean to you, they offend you, I'm not sorry. I'm just like, grow up, right? It's the way life works. Don't be afraid of them. They're just bad people, right? Bad people talk to people badly. That's the way it works. That's how it ultimately, at the end of the day, that's what it is. If you're not a nice person, then you're not going to treat people nice. You're going to say things to people that hurts their feelings. You're going to say things to people that makes them feel bad. That's because you're not a nice person. So if you're talking to people that's doing that, then they're not nice people. There's no reason even to work with them. Say, hey, look, sorry you're not having a good day. Hope you sell your house. Bye now. That's how I look at it. So Don says, wow, powerful, Zach. Thanks, Don. I think I ran a bunch of people off, though. I can't help myself. Listen, and if you know me, I'm going to say this at my live seminars. I'm going to say it to you. I mean, it's just how it is. You know why? Because I've seen so many people in my life make excuses of why they can't succeed. And there's so many people I could point out that could have more excuses than anybody that still succeed. And so I'm just here to say, stop with the lies, stop telling yourself lies, and just own your life. Look, the choice is yours. It's on my wrist. The choice is yours. At the end of the day, it's yours. Nobody else's. Nobody else's. It's yours. You got to own that. So, AC says, hurt people. Next. Verna says, yes, exactly. Uh-oh, I got a long one here. Let's see what it says. Jared says, hey, Zach, we saw E.T. E.T.'s actually from Huntsville, Alabama. He's awesome. Grind Monday through Sunday. I want the motivational video you showed in L.A. Oh, yeah. That was awesome. Only the strong will stick with you, Zach. Oh, Jared, that's awesome. I'm going to give you a little like right there. Boom. A little like right there, Jared. Boom, boom. Yeah, only the strong will stay, and the ones that want to grow and the ones that appreciate all the stuff that we do here at REI. So tell them about gentlemen you met in the airport. That's for another time, AC. I don't want to keep on them. I'm not going to keep them much longer. So, hey, if you guys got any other questions for me, type them in. But remember, your week 8, your plan this week is to start looking at paid marketing. If you are not in the mindset to look at paid marketing, you need to go back to last week and repeat it this week. I'm going to help you grow your business, guys, but you got to be coachable. You got to listen to me as your coach. You got to follow the directions I give you, because if you don't, then how can I help you? See, everybody wants to succeed, but not everybody's willing to follow success and coaching, right? Let me tell you something. Success leaves clues. I'll give you a prime example. I've got students that want this business as bad as you could breathe, right? You give them all the manuals, you give them all the scripts, and you say, okay, follow this. Well, I don't want to. Well, what are you talking about? This is what works. Use this. It works. Yeah, I don't know if I don't want to. Then you don't want the business. Here's the thing. Why would you try to reinvent the wheel, guys? It doesn't work that way. Do what works and repeat it over and over and over and over again until you succeed, because you grinded more than anybody else would grind. That's the secret to having a good business. It's not reinventing the wheel. Geez, Lord knows you guys don't want to go out and do all the stuff I had to do, right? I mean, that was a lot of work that I had to do to get to where I'm at. You just want to copy it. You want to copy it. I give you permission. Copy it. That's what I tell you. So, True Wayne says, awesome, Zach. You're welcome, buddy. Kenneth says, is last week's info on free leads in the YouTube channel? I think it is in YouTube. I know it's on Facebook too. So I think anything that we do on Facebook, we post over on the YouTube channel. So I'd go watch that too, Kenneth. So I wonder if the new people that came on earlier are still with me. I promise you guys, I'm not always this like, rawr. So, but I know we had a lot of new people that came on that hadn't been on our show before. If you're still with me and you're new, just let me know. I promise you, I don't bite that often. Well, that's probably not true, but I only bite because I care, right? I only lash out because I care, ultimately. And I think that's something that everybody who stays with us and has been with us so long appreciates, right? Is like I could get on here and tell you that it's rainbows and cupcakes and you're going to find unicorns and dandelions and you're going to find, the Smurfs out there if you start looking. But that's not reality, guys. Reality is you got to work for this. Reality is you got to put some time in. You got to stay committed. You got to stop with the excuses, and you got to grind this thing. That's the reality. And you got to get these lies out of your head that you've been telling yourself for however long that stopped you from getting to the level that you need to be at. Michelle says, I'm here. Awesome. Grant says, great live show, Zach. My first time watching you live. Garrett, first time, and you got a whooping. So I appreciate you being honest, though, man. Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for being with us. Hey, look, guys, here's one thing. If I can ask you to do anything for me, I love helping you guys. And a lot of times you guys will send letters, and I get fan mail, which I love. I love all the mail that comes in. Not all of it's fan mail. A lot of it's trying to get me to get in these, you mail 10 envelopes, and they'll send you $10 kind of things. But what I love most about it is that you guys are you appreciate this. That's what I love most. So I appreciate you. So do me the favor. Share the message, right? Like go over there, hit the share button, and it says when you hit it, just write, must watch. Watch this guy. You never know who in your Facebook family is seeking this type of information. You might not even know until you put it out there. Share my message. Share it. Get it out there with people, Like let other people know what we're doing to change lives. And for the people that are sharing, I want to say a big shout out to Lee Hang for sharing, Toby for sharing, Joseph for sharing, Carly for sharing. You guys are great. I love this. I want to say thanks to all of you that are sharing the message. That's what is more valuable to me than anything else is when people come together and they say, look, let's share this together. Like, let's be part of this. Like, let's get this message out there. Let's make people aware of it. And so I ask you to share it. Share the message. Let other people hear it. It's important. So Phyllis says, tell it like it is. That's what we need. You're right, Phyllis. Corey says, tough love. Thanks, Zach. You're welcome. Manny says the right word is called model my business. Right, Zach? That's right, buddy. Michelle says, hey, new people, hang in there. Zach helps, and he is committed to helping you. Tell him. That's right. New people, hang in there. Hang in there, hang in there, hang in there. Absolutely hang in there. Let's see who else is sharing the message. You guys keep sharing. That's what I love. I like giving shout outs to all my people who share the message. So you guys got what it takes, guys. You just need a little bit of push here and there, right? You need a little bit of up. You need a little bit of swift kick in the rear end sometimes. I know I do. We all do at times. And sometimes we need reflection. So this is why you need to be on our Dig Deeper show tomorrow. Our Dig Deeper show tomorrow, we're digging more into the 7 habits. We're on habit 5. I think it's powerful. So be there. Be there. It's Wednesdays at 1:30. It's the same channel, same Facebook feed, and we're going to share a lot more information on there. So, and it really helps you move yourself into an understanding of my surroundings. And the book that we talk about on there, if you haven't gotten a copy, you should get a copy of it. It's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and it's written by Stephen Covey. I'm a super fan of Stephen Covey. I'll give you a little bit of an insight. I was just at the elementary school where my kids go to school today and meeting with the Franklin Covey Company. And who is Franklin Covey Company? It's the Stephen Covey organization. And so they produced the 7 Habits for Children. It's called the Leader in Me program, and they unroll it out in the elementary school. So if you have children and your children are in elementary and your school is not part of the Leader in Me, the Franklin Covey organization, you absolutely need to talk to the principal about turning your school into a Leader in Me program. Our school has been doing it. I'm a big contributor. I help raise funds for it for the school. We're reaching what's called Lighthouse status, which is phenomenal because the kids are becoming leaders, and they're doing things in the community, and they're thinking about win-win situations and understanding others. I mean, it's such great culture to bring our children up in to be good human beings, right? To be responsible and not whiners and complainers and all the craziness that goes on in our schools today, right? And so ask your elementary school, if you have kids going there, are they in the Leader in Me program, and why not? Like, ask them, have that conversation with them. It is a fabulous program for our youth. And I think all elementary schools should be in it. And if you talk to a school and you talk to a principal and they say, that sounds great, how do I get information on it? Just talk to me. I'll give you the contact information to the guy that I deal with at our school that's from the Franklin Covey Foundation. And so, so I think it's huge. Ariana shared. Thanks, Ariana. Appreciate you. Jeremy Fling shared. Thanks, Jeremy. All right, guys, that's what I got for you today. Good show, good feedback. You guys were great today. I love all the comments, love all the feedback, love the interaction you guys did today, and it helps me get to know you guys. So listen, I want to see you on my Dig Deeper shows, obviously. I'd love to have you there. I want to have you on my rollout on Thursdays with my In the Field with Zach episodes. I want to just keep giving you more and more. I want you to keep growing and growing, but you got to keep coming back. You got to keep coming back. You got to be part of this family. You got to contribute, as in being active in your participation. That's something that I'm always seeking, is more activity from you guys. You guys did great today with questions and comments, and so I appreciate you for that. But keep coming back, okay? Keep coming back. Keep showing up for the show. Like the page. Follow the page. Share the message today. Get it out there with everyone. And just remember, I am your real estate coach, and that's because I'm a real estate investor. Zach Childress here. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye now.